High in the canopy of a leafy oak tree, a tiny nest held 3 speckled eggs. Mother Finch kept them warm with her love. Father Finch brought tasty caterpillars to feed his family. Soon the eggs hatched, revealing 3 hungry chicks. One of them was a little finch named Pip. The world outside the nest seemed vast and mysterious. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating a mosaic of light and shadow. Pip and her siblings would peek over the edge of their nest, their tiny hearts filled with a sense of wonder. The air was filled with the sweet melodies of other birds and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. Each sound was new and exciting. The little birds grew stronger each day. They were always hungry. Pip loved when her parents came to feed her. Soon her little wings started to feel strong. She would flap them excitedly, eager to explore the world beyond the nest. Little did Pip know her first big adventure was just around the corner. One sunny morning, Pip's mother perched on the edge of the nest. "Today's the day," she chirped, her voice full of encouragement. Pip's heart beat faster. It was time for her first flight. Her mother flew to a nearby branch. "Come on, Pip," she called. Pip hesitated for a moment, her little heart pounding. Then, with a burst of courage, she took a deep breath and leaped into the air. The ground seemed to rush up to meet her. Pip flapped her wings with all her might, surprised by the feeling of the wind beneath them. Her first flight was a bit wobbly, but with each flap of her wings, Pip grew more confident. She soared through the air, her fear replaced by exhilaration. Finally, she landed safely on the branch beside her mother. Pip felt proud. She had done it. The forest became Pip's playground. She loved to explore with her siblings. The world was full of exciting discoveries. Pip learned to navigate the dense undergrowth, her sharp eyes spotting juicy berries and tasty insects. She discovered the cool, refreshing water of a babbling brook, where she could quench her thirst and bathe her feathers. One day, Pip heard a strange rustling sound. A sly fox was hunting for a tasty bird. Pip froze, her heart pounding. She remembered her mother's warnings about the dangers of the forest. Pip quickly warned her siblings, and they flew to safety high up in a tall pine tree. As the days grew shorter and the leaves began to change color, Pip knew that a big adventure was coming. It was time for her first migration south. Section 4. The Turning Wheel of Seasons. Summer's warmth faded into the crisp air of autumn. The leaves transformed into a kaleidoscope of reds, oranges, and yellows. Pip watched as the other birds began to gather, preparing for their long journey south. She felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. The journey south was long and tiring. The young finch had to learn to navigate by the stars and use the wind to help her fly. She had to be careful to avoid predators and find food along the way. But Pip was a fast learner, and she soon found her rhythm within the flock. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Pip and her flock reached their wintering grounds. It was a warm and welcoming place, filled with an abundance of food and sunshine. Pip spent her days basking in the warmth, feasting on delicious fruits and making new friends. Section 5. Southward Bound, a Journey of Courage. The journey south was long and tiring. It was Pip's first time migrating, and she had to learn to navigate by the stars. She followed the experienced birds, using their knowledge to find her way. The wind sometimes blew strong, pushing against her small body, but Pip was determined. She had to be strong for the journey ahead. They flew over mountains that seemed to touch the sky. They crossed vast rivers that sparkled in the sunlight. Sometimes they encountered storms. The rain felt heavy on Pip's wings, and the wind threatened to blow her off course, but she stayed close to her family, drawing strength from their presence. Food was scarce during the journey. Pip learned to identify the best resting spots where berries grew and insects buzzed. She had to compete with other birds for food, but her instincts guided her. She was grateful for every small morsel that kept her energy up. Section 6. Homeward Flight and Familiar Melodies. As the days grew longer and the first buds appeared on the trees, Pip felt a familiar pull. It was time to return north, to the forest where she was born. The journey back was just as challenging as the first one, but this time Pip was more confident. She had faced her fears and emerged stronger. The familiar sights and sounds of home filled Pip with joy. She recognized the tall oak tree where she had hatched. its leaves rustling in the breeze. The air was filled with the sweet melodies of other birds, welcoming them back after their long journey. The forest was bursting with life. Flowers bloomed in a riot of colors. The air buzzed with the sound of insects. Pip knew she was home. Section 7. A new nest, a new dawn. Pip had grown into a strong and capable finch. She found a mate, and together they built a cozy nest in the branches of a sturdy oak tree. Soon, the nest was filled with 5 tiny speckled eggs. Pip knew exactly what to do. She had learned from the best. As Pip cared for her own chicks, she thought about the incredible journey that had brought her to this moment. She had faced challenges and overcome obstacles, all the while guided by her instincts and the love of her family. Pip looked at her chicks, their eyes bright with wonder, and she knew that their journey was just beginning. The cycle of life continued, a testament to the enduring spirit of nature. Pip's story, a tale of courage, resilience, and the unwavering instinct to return home, echoed through the forest, reminding everyone that even the smallest of creatures could achieve extraordinary things.